SWUG.org, your information technology answers are here. Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of SWUG TV. Today we have Laura Rose on the program, continuing our professional development series. Welcome to the show, Laura. Great to have you back.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So one of the things that a lot of people run into, and it's when you've got a small company, obviously the customers are king, and you might have a very small group of customers. And inevitably, it seems like you always come down to this time where something goes wrong, and you're dealing with, oh my gosh, how do I work with this customer? This is a really delicate situation. I can't mess this up, or I've got a billing issue, or something like that. Do you have any suggestions to help people through that and making that a little easier?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I've got so many ideas on this topic. First, I'd like to suggest that not all clients or customers are built the same, so they really shouldn't be treated the same way. So let's take an objective look at each client. What's the lifetime value of this customer? Am I making a lot of money from this client, or are they not? Are they more trouble than they're worth? What's my return on investment? Are they gateways to other high-paying jobs or businesses or clients? You know, maybe that's why I want to keep them on board for a little bit longer. What's their issues? Are my pricing too high for them? Do my products not fit their budget? So figure out, how valuable that client is and what specific problem it is. If I have one example is, if my price range is too high for them, I could do a couple of things. I could reduce, come with a lower price product that reduces the items in scope, doesn't have as many features or services for them. If my product is just not conducive to what they're trying to do, maybe I want to refer them to an affiliated program or another competitor. And remember, I want to keep the client satisfied, but it doesn't have to be my services or products that keep them satisfied. They'll be just as happy to go to a complimentary service. As long as I have some kind of referral program contract with my affiliated or a competitive service, I think that'll work out just fine. So those are some ideas.
That makes sense, and the hope is that if you treat your customers correctly and right, that they'll be back, and they'll come back.
Right, and you just hit the nail on the head. Treating my customer right doesn't always have to be I'm doing the service. It could be what's better for them is for me to hand it off to somebody else.
Very true, very true. I think, too, that one of the things that's helped us is try to find out where the customer is coming from in their issue. A lot of times, I've talked to landlords, and they always know when somebody's having trouble in their company when the business comes to them to say, oh, the toilet paper hasn't been changed, I want a rent reduction. And it's really the customer's way of saying, or the tenant's way of saying, I'm in trouble here and I'm trying to figure out a way to get my bill down,
Right,
So
absolutely.
Try to understand where they're coming from and then solve the problem from there out, rather than just, sort of sword fighting over the issue.
Absolutely. Like you may get a complaint that, hey, this product isn't working, and then you identify, oh, these are just the three features that they really want, and they feel they're paying too much for just those three options.
Right.
Or maybe I'll scope a product, a light product of the version that just has those three products that they're really happy with, and you can reduce the cost of just those three options. So,
very true.
So there's something to do with that.
Very true, very true. Key points. Wow. And then, do you have a suggestion for dealing with, or how do you approach? This might just be a dealing with the stress, but I've got, oh my gosh, this is the be-all, end-all, most important meeting I'm going to have. How do you stay cool? How do you do your best in that kind of a situation?
Well, the key I find is actually identifying what success means to you before you go into the meeting. Before you go into a meeting, say, what do I really want to realistically accomplish in this meeting? And then when you go into the meeting, say, hey, this is the purpose of the meeting. What I really want to accomplish is X, Y, and Z. And then just keep your focus on your collaborative solution for that one particular issue. Now, if it's a heated issue, oftentimes we'll go off that agenda and just keep saying, this is a great agenda item, let's put it on a parking lot so I can give quality time, and we'll set up a separate meeting just for that.
And I think a lot of times it comes down to being prepared too. So
yes.
the agenda gives you, it's kind of like having intelligence about the mission ahead. So if you've got a really dicey meeting or a really important meeting, if you're going in with an agenda, at least you know what you're talking about. At least you know what the issues are and can be prepared, versus just, we've got to talk because this just isn't right. That's not good for anybody.
And I want to add one other thing is, when you come in with the agenda, also in your mind have an idea of how you would like the meeting to go, not what you think that the meeting is going to go. If you think, oh, I'm going to be butting heads against this guy, guess what? You're going to be butting heads with this guy. But if you go and how would I like the meeting to go? I would like us to find a very win-win solution and go with that attitude, and I think the meeting will go much better.
Yeah, very good.
Another trick that I've learned is, if you feel that the meeting is going to be adversarial with the client or something, sit on the same side of the table as the client instead of on opposite ends.
Yep, it's very, very true.
Sit on the same side, you're working together on a problem.
Right, yep, yeah, and don't sit at the head of the table, there's some psychology there.
Yeah.
I remember I took a negotiating class, and they were saying if you've got more than one person on your team and you can get there early, sit on opposite sides of the table from each other even, and not across from each other, so that the people you're working with are actually kind of broken up, and it switches the whole meeting around to being a team meeting versus an us and them meeting.
Yes, adversarial.
And that can really be huge. Yeah. Small little things that you can do. Very good. Well, hey, Laura, thanks a lot. Again, really appreciate the shows and all the effort and the energy you put into these, and we look forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.